Kemi Badenoch, the opposition UK leader, said recently in an interview that the Nigerian police stole her brother's shoes and wristwatch, and everybody was like, "Eh? Which kind of humiliation be this? Like embarrassment." In fact, politicians, everybody has gone basic. Reno Omokri responded by saying that instead of her to look for more people to vote for her to become the prime minister, she's trying to subtract people, putting into consideration that there are lots of Nigerians who live in the UK, and, her coming outside saying all of these things would not make those people vote for her. In fact, even Tinubu, the presidency, has responded to this statement. And I'm like, It's like, you people, you have dementia. Is it not this same Nigerian police that we have on the road collecting 50 naira, 100 naira? These days, it seems as if they've graduated to 200 naira. They no longer accept 100 naira on the road. It's 200 naira. Is it not the same policemen? Even soldiers have started collecting money on the road. All those, their checkpoints, you will see them collecting money systematically. They will not collect it by themselves, but they will ask all those mineral seller, plantain chip seller to collect the money on their behalf. You can imagine. And the presidency is saying to us that that is a cock and bull story, which means that Kemi Badenoch is lying. If we pack 100 Nigerians in a room and ask each and every one of them their experiences when it comes to the Nigerian police, I bet you 99 of them will have something to say. 99% of them will have something to say. And Reno Omokri is saying that most Nigerians only have good things and good stories to say about the Nigerian police. I say, if I hear, maybe you are talking about another country that is not Nigeria, but in Nigeria here, my brother, we all know what it is when it comes to the Nigerian police. But anyway, the presidency is saying that it is a cock and bull story. We'll dive into the details in a bit. But before we do that, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe, click the like button, leave your opinions in the comments section below as well. Your police story is cock and bull story. Presidency replies Kemi Badenoch. The presidency said the story British conservative leader Kemi Badenoch shared on how policemen stole her brother's shoes and wristwatch was a cock and bull story. The senior special assistant to President Bola Tinubu on media and publicity, Temitope Ajayi, said Mrs. Badenoch lies about everything, her upbringing, and could have lied about her Nigerian police experience. Ajayi on Monday morning stated that the Conservative Party leader should have focused on answering questions she was asked and not resort to telling her experience with the Nigerian police. He said, and I quote, "You are a Kemi Badenoch, an opposition leader and the future Prime Minister of UK. A journalist asked you about the state of police in the country you hope to govern, instead of answering the question with how you would make the police more efficient and accountable in protecting the people of UK, you resorted into a cock and bull story of how policemen stole your brother's shoes in Nigeria. For someone who had obviously lied about everything she said about her upbringing in Nigeria, just for the feel-good effect of keeping her new job, how can we be sure our brother's so-called police experience in Nigeria was not another made-up story? A story of carrying desks and chair to sit in class at ISL didn't add up. A claim that she had no clean water to drink was a complete baloney for a girl who grew up in an upper middle class family. Mother, a university professor, and father, a successful medical doctor who ran a well-known private hospital with rich clientele, he said. What are your thoughts? Let's have them in the comment section below. Do you think that Kemi Badenoch could be lying, saying that almost every Nigerian have had this same experience? I made a video yesterday and someone left a comment saying that, he came into Nigeria at Airport Road that the Nigerian police collected $300 from him. You can imagine. When every single person is saying the same thing, can that be a lie? Is that a lie? Is that a lie? Can that be a lie? That's not possible. But apparently, the presidency, simply, they have dementia. They cannot remember the kind of Nigerian police they have. They are denying the claim that Nigerian police could have collected our brother's shoes and wristwatch. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment from God is Great says, "Shameless government. You will soon tell the public that the story of Nigerian police extorting motorists on the road is cock and bull story. Shameless leaders." Oyinlola says, "It is obvious our government is not busy at all, or they don't know what their priorities are. How is Kemi their problem? They have time to trade words with someone who is not ready to identify with corruption. Friendship is by choice, not by force. Please sit down and profile solutions to our ever-increasing problems and stop diverting attention on immaterial things." Another person says, "There is nothing that the Nigerian police cannot do." Thank you, my sister. "I believe Kemi has the presidency in estimates the case. Did she provide information as to where the theft took place and the government investigated? Presidency should stop ridiculing Nigeria because we all know ourselves. People like Kemi should continue to tell us and the world who we really are. Maybe that will make us to change for good as people and as a nation." Another person says, "Auntie Kemi does not know that there are a lot of dogs as media aides to tip in, ready to attack anyone that speaks truth to Aso Rock." Lotona says, "I have said that the problem with Nigeria lies with the Yorubas simply because they are in power today, and some of them are speaking out against the evil going on in Nigeria, and those of them who in the past have said worse things, both Kemi Badenoch and OBO have said about Nigeria, are today pretending to be more patriotic than these two because a stolen mandate is now with the Yoruba man as president of Nigeria. Tomorrow, when power changes to another region, you will hear them change to force Yoruba person before being a Nigerian. Beware of these chameleons pretending to be a patriot." I don't even understand where this person is coming from. First of all, everything does not need to be about ethnicity. Everything does not need to be about Igbos versus Yorubas or Yorubas versus Hausa. Just because it is a Yoruba man that is the president today doesn't mean that all Yorubas are like that, or you should start attacking Yorubas. It just doesn't make sense to me. You all, thank you very much for always listening and watching. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain for now. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.